It's been going on for years now. I never thought it would go this far, but enough is enough. This is a topic that desperately needs to be discussed, but since not a single person has even lifted a finger to do anything about it, I need to do something about this myself. Today I will be talking about the ignorance and dangers of the W-slur. Konnichiwa everyone, this is Chef-sama. I'm sure a lot of you have been exposed to this word already, and I even bet that some of you have been called this word in the past as well. Now, gomen nasai for taking such a long time to get to this topic in a video. I know there's a lot of you fellow Japan fans out there that want me to say something about this. But it's finally time to discuss it on a deeper and more intellectual level. The W-slur has two different variants, the original form and the abbreviated form in which the latter is more common. It is a word used for offending and harassing people who are fans of Japanese culture and can relate to it, such as Japanese history, anime, manga, video games like JRPGs, folklore, and much more. The W word is commonly used by obtuse Westerners who are jealous that people prefer Japanese culture over their own, and so these people then go out of their way to make those people feel bad about liking Japanese culture in hopes of them losing interest in it. These Westerners are either in denial or have no idea how much Japanese culture will improve the Western society, so they do this in a desperate attempt to save their own inferior culture, which is the way the rest of the world has been indoctrinated to think is the best solution. It's a behavior that has been ingrained in the minds of Westerners, and even showing them proof and evidence of the superiority of Japanese culture won't change their minds. Just look what is currently happening in the world. The Japanese government has handled the current pandemic gracefully by adopting various professional methods to limit the outbreak, and the population are respecting the new restrictions and rules like they were part of the Code of Bushido itself. Good job, Japan! And let's take a look at the West. I don't think I need to say anything. But there are other things that the Japanese are better at, such as how Japan handles environmental care. Japanese streets are always clean and pristine, because Japanese people don't throw trash on the ground. Even though trash bins are very scarce, they still carry the trash with them until they find one or until they get home. Because throwing trash on the ground is not even a thought that goes through the mind of a Japanese person. But to Westerners, this thought is as common as taking a trip to the toilet. I guess Westerners want to live like this. Anyway, the point is that Westerners want to harass these people who prefer a culture that is objectively better than their own. And that is apparently a bad thing? The W word, which started as a feeble attempt to mock people who are fans of Nihon culture, is now becoming a big problem, especially on the internet. It's being used daily without any restraint or guilt on places like Twitter, for example. It's gotten to the point where even the fans themselves has been manipulated into thinking it's okay to use this word. Imagine a scenario where someone has to put up with being called a slur, and then in a lot of cases being forced to use that word to describe themselves because of all the harassment. Of course, your Chef-sama would not sink that low, because I'm not afraid of some Westerners. But this can't go on any longer. It's a harmful and dangerous word that should not be normalized. It's only gonna get worse from this point on, so it's important that you act when you encounter this slur on social media. These people need to be confronted and be told that what they're doing is not okay. And for those of you who are watching this video and use this word frequently, you need to stop right now. This video should have been enough to convince you the dangers of the W-slur. Arigato for watching the video, and have a good night, evening, morning, or day.